The unexpected visitor at midnight. It was past midnight. The house was silent. The only sound was the ticking of the clock and the soft hum of the air conditioner. Liam was lying in bed, staring at the ceiling. He couldn't sleep. His dad had been acting strange for days, getting secret calls and locking the garage at night. Suddenly, tap, tap, tap. Liam froze. The sound came from his bedroom window. He sat up slowly. His room was on the second floor. No one could reach that window from outside unless they climbed. But who would do that in the middle of the night? Tap, tap, tap. Louder this time. Liam quietly got out of bed and walked to the window. He hesitated, then pulled the curtain aside. He gasped. A girl was standing outside on the small ledge. Her eyes glowed softly with a purple light. Her skin was pale, almost silvery. She had long silver hair that fell over her shoulders, and her face, it was beautiful but full of fear. She looked young, maybe his age, but not human. She pressed a hand to the glass and whispered, "Liam, let me in." Liam blinked in shock. Who are you?" "I'm Zara," she said, her voice shaking. "Your dad's friend's daughter. Please, I don't have time, they're coming." His heart raced. He remembered his father talking about an alien friend years ago, but he thought it was just a story. Now that story was standing outside his window, begging to be let in. Without thinking more, he unlatched the window and helped her in. She climbed in quickly and almost collapsed onto his bed. Her legs were trembling. "You're bleeding," he said, pointing at a red mark on her arm. "I had to run. I escaped," she whispered, clutching her arm. "They tracked me to Earth. I don't know how long I have." Liam sat beside her, confused and afraid. "Who's following you?" "People from my home. They're not good. They don't like rebels like me. I wasn't supposed to leave, but I had to. They were going to use me for something dark. I didn't agree. So I ran." Liam noticed she had no shoes. Her feet were bruised. Her dress was torn. She looked like she had been running for days. "You know my dad?" he asked. She nodded. "He helped my father years ago. Saved his life during a war. That's why I came here. I had no one else." Liam didn't know what to say. All of this felt like a dream, but her eyes, those glowing, tired eyes, were real, and they were filled with pain. I can get you something to
eat," he offered. Zara looked up slowly. "Food?"
He nodded and went to the kitchen, tiptoeing past his father's room. In minutes, he returned with some bread, cheese, and water. She took the food with shaking hands and ate like she hadn't seen food in days. Tears formed in her eyes. "Thank you," she whispered. "You don't know how long it's been." Liam gave her a blanket. "You can stay here tonight. We'll figure things out in the morning." Suddenly, the room filled with a soft red light. Zara's eyes widened. In panic. "No," she said, clutching her neck. "They found me." "What is that?" Liam asked. "There's a tracker inside me. It's old but still works. I thought I broke it, but they've locked on." The red glow slowly faded, but she was shaking now. "I can't stay here. You're in danger too." "I'm not leaving you," Liam said, standing firm. "My dad, he'll help. We'll hide you or remove that thing from your neck." Zara looked at him surprised. "You don't even know me, but I know you're in trouble," he said. "And I know my dad isn't just some regular guy. I've always felt he was hiding something." Zara gave a weak smile. "You're braver than most humans I've met." They stayed silent for a moment, then a distant hum, low, metallic, from the sky. Zara looked up. "They're here." Liam stood near the window and saw faint lights moving across the sky, fast, like no human aircraft. He closed the curtain and turned to her. "You're safe here, I promise." But deep inside he knew this was just the beginning. Something big had just entered his life, and he had no idea what it would cost him. Liam didn't sleep that night. He sat in a chair watching Zara rest under his blanket. Her breathing was soft now, but her face looked tired, like someone who had run for a very long time and still felt unsafe. The red glow from her neck had faded, but the memory of it haunted him. She had a tracker inside her. Someone, or something, was still looking for her. As the first light of morning peeked through the curtains, Zara woke up with a quiet gasp. She looked around, unsure where she was. "You're safe," Liam said gently. "You're in my room." She sat up slowly. "For now." Liam gave her some water. "Tell me everything. What are you running from?" Zara stared at the glass, for a moment, as if the water reminded her of something long ago. Then she spoke. "I come from a moon near the red giant star Carrion. Our people live inside the planet, not on top. It's cold, dark, and ruled by a high council. My father was once part of them, but he tried to stop something terrible." Liam listened closely. "They wanted to use children like me," she said. "Smart ones, with strong minds, for control experiments, mind links, weapons. They said it was for our people's survival. But it was wrong. We weren't soldiers. We were kids." Liam's jaw tightened. "Your father said no?" She nodded. "He refused. So they labeled him a traitor. He ran with me. We hid for a while. But one night he sent me away. Alone." Her voice cracked. "I didn't want to leave him. But he said Earth was the only place I'd be safe. He said, 'Go to Liam's family. His father helped me once. They will help you too.' Then he was gone." Liam felt his heart sink. "I'm sorry." Zara wiped her eyes. "I hid in an old transport ship, slept under crates, stole food. When I landed here 2 days ago, I followed the memory image he gave me. That's how I found your house." "And the tracker?" Liam asked. "It was placed inside me when I was very young," she said. "It was supposed to protect me. But now they're using it to find me." Liam stood. "Then we'll take it out." She looked at him in shock. "You can't. It's alien tech." "My dad has alien tools," he said. "I've seen them. In the garage. He always told me not to touch them. Now I know why." Zara hesitated. "If they find me, they'll erase everything. Everyone I touch, they disappear." "Not me," Liam said firmly. "You're not alone anymore." They crept downstairs. Liam opened the garage door with a code only he and his father knew. Inside was a large workbench full of strange glowing tools, smooth black metal pieces, and items he couldn't name. Zara stared in wonder. "These are old machines from our war." Liam pointed to a small handheld scanner. "Can this help you find the tracker?" She nodded and picked it up carefully. A soft green light swept across her body. Then it beeped. A red mark blinked on her neck. "There," she said, "under the skin. Deep." Liam grabbed what looked like a laser scalpel. "Let's try." But just as they were about to start, a loud buzzing sound echoed from above. Zara dropped the scanner. "No," she whispered. "They're scanning from orbit." A voice suddenly came through the garage speaker, deep, hollow, and terrifying. "Return subject Z-103. This is your final warning. Human assistants will be punished." Liam's hands shook. "How are they talking through our systems?" "They're inside the net," Zara said. "They control tech. They can speak through anything now." Suddenly the lights flickered. The machines turned off. The garage door tried to close itself. Liam jumped up and hit the manual override. "Back inside. Now!" he shouted. They ran to the house. As they locked the door, Liam's father walked in, sleepy, holding a cup of coffee. He stopped. His eyes widened. "Zara," he said. "Is that really you?" Zara nodded, tears welling again. Liam turned to his dad. "You knew? You knew she might come?" His father nodded slowly. "Yes. And if she's here, we're all in danger." "But you helped her father," Liam said. "I did. And now I'll help her too," his dad said seriously. "But we'll have to move fast. Earth is no longer safe for her." Zara looked at both of them. "I don't want to bring war to your world," she whispered. Liam stepped forward. Then let's run first, together. Liam had always thought his dad was just a normal man, a quiet mechanic, a single father, someone who liked to fix old machines and drink coffee at 5 a.m. But now, standing in front of a silver-haired alien girl, hearing alien voices through their garage, Liam realized something. His dad was not normal at all. They sat around the kitchen table. Zara's eyes kept scanning the ceiling like she expected a ship to crash through at any second. Liam's dad, Mr. Carson, was calm, but serious. His fingers tapped the wood table softly, thinking. Liam broke the silence. You knew she'd come someday, didn't you? Mr. Carson didn't answer at first, then he spoke. 17 years ago, I was part of something no human was supposed to know, the Alliance War. We weren't just helping alien soldiers, we were helping children escape. Zara's father was one of the leaders of the resistance, a good man. Liam leaned forward. But you said you were just a mechanic. I was, he said, but I was also a code breaker for off-world tech. I helped Zara's father crack one of the Empire's security gates. In return, he gave me something. Access to this house, cloaked from orbital scans. It's why you've never seen a drone above our roof. Liam blinked. We're cloaked? Mr. Carson nodded. But only for a little longer. Her tracker gave them a pulse. They know she's here. Zara looked down. I'm sorry. I never wanted to bring danger. Mr. Carson gave her a small smile. It's not your fault. They made you run. Then he stood up and opened a secret compartment under the stairs. Inside was a black case. He pulled out a strange device, flat and glassy, with lights that pulsed, like a heartbeat. This is an old alien extractor, he said. It can remove embedded tech like her tracker. If we're careful. Zara touched her neck. Will it hurt? Probably, he said. But it's better than being found. Liam watched in silence as his dad set up the device on the kitchen counter. A small blue light scanned Zara's neck. She winced. Then the extractor hissed, sharp and quick. She gasped and held the table tightly. The machine made a clicking sound, and then a small red chip dropped into a metal tray. The lights in the house flickered. Zara's body relaxed. The glow in her neck disappeared. It's done, Mr. Carson said. You're no longer traceable. But Liam saw something strange. His dad's hands were shaking. You okay? He asked. Mr. Carson nodded, but his eyes looked distant. They'll come anyway, he whispered, even without the tracker, because they know what she carries. Zara's eyes widened. No, I didn't tell anyone. Mr. Carson looked straight at her. You don't have to. I can feel it. Liam stood up. What does she carry? His dad stared at him. A mind key, he said. A rare psychic link. It's inside her brain. That's why they want her. She can unlock things even adults can't. Weapons, systems, gateways. And she doesn't even know it yet. Zara looked shocked. But I don't remember anything. They blocked your memory on purpose, Mr. Carson said. Your father told me. You were too young to handle the truth. But now the Empire knows you're alive, and they'll come with everything they have. A loud bang shook the house. Liam ran to the window. In the sky, a dark shadow was forming. Not a ship, but a shape. A huge silent circle floating above the trees. Zara gasped. They found me. Mr. Carson grabbed a small black remote and pressed it. The garage door opened automatically, revealing a hidden vehicle. Not a car, but a hovercraft. Sleek, silent, and definitely not from Earth. Liam's mouth dropped. What is that? Our way out, Mr. Carson said. I didn't know I'd need it again, but I always kept it ready, just in case. He turned to Zara. You still trust me? Zara nodded. Then he looked at his son. This is your choice, Liam. If you come, there's no going back. If you stay, you'll forget her face within days. I have ways to wipe memories. Liam stepped forward without hesitation. I'm coming, he said. Why? Zara whispered. Because I'd rather remember you and face danger than live safely and forget I ever met you. Mr. Carson smiled for the first time that day. Good, he said. Because the stars are about to burn, and we'll need all the courage we can find. The night air was sharp and cold. Zara sat, inside the strange hovercraft, holding her neck where the tracker had been. The pain was gone, but something deeper remained. Fear. Not of pain, but of being found again. Liam sat beside her, staring at the controls in front of him. He had never seen a ship like this. It hummed softly, like it was alive. Lights moved, gently across its surface. His father, Mr. Carson, was in the front seat checking coordinates. Where are we going? Liam asked. A safe house, his dad said. Deep in the old forest, where no signal can reach. If we stay in the city, they'll catch us before morning. Zara leaned back. Will the tracker really stop working? Mr. Carson nodded slowly. Yes, but that doesn't mean they'll stop. You're still valuable to them, even without the chip. They'll scan every corner of this planet if they have to. Liam looked at Zara's neck. Can I see the scar? She hesitated, then tilted her head. A small red mark was still there, glowing faintly. Mr. Carson frowned. That glow shouldn't be there. Zara's eyes widened. What do you mean? The tracker was removed, but it left something behind, he said. Something still reacting. Suddenly, the ship shook. Thump. 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 Something had landed on the roof. What was that? Liam said. Mr. Carson checked the scanner. Drone, they're already here. Zara froze. But how? You said the tracker was gone. It was, he said. But this means they placed a secondary sensor, one that activates after removal, a failsafe. Outside, red lights flickered in the sky. 1, 2, 6 drones. Fast and silent, they circled above them like vultures. We need to lose them, Mr. Carson said, gripping the controls. Hang on. The hovercraft dove downward, straight into the trees. Branches slapped the sides of the ship, leaves and wind blurred the windows. But the drones followed. Zara gripped Liam's hand. If they catch me, she whispered. Don't let them take me alive. Liam shook his head. I'm not letting you go. Ever. The ship turned sharply and dipped under a rocky cliffside. There, hidden by thick roots and fog, was a narrow tunnel. We're going underground, Mr. Carson said. The ship slid into the tunnel. The walls were tight. The roof almost touched the craft. But slowly, the drones fell back. They can't. Follow in here, Mr. Carson said. Too narrow for their wings. Zara took a deep breath. Thank you. But Liam wasn't calm. He kept staring at her neck. The glow was growing brighter. What if it's not a tracker? He asked. What if it's something worse? Mr. Carson stopped the ship in a small cavern. Then we find out, he said. He pulled out another device, round, small, like a scanner. This will show us what's left inside her. Zara nodded. She was ready now. No more hiding. The device lit up and scanned her neck again. All three stared at the screen. The tracker was gone, but in its place, a living seed. It's not tech, Mr. Carson said. It's organic. A parasite. Grows inside the skin. Sends signals through light. Zara's voice cracked. They put it in me when I was a child. Liam leaned closer. What does it do? Mr. Carson's face turned pale. It doesn't just send signals. It copies her thoughts. Zara's eyes widened. What? They're not tracking your body anymore, he said slowly. They're tracking your mind. Liam stood. Can we remove it? Mr. Carson shook his head. Not with human tools, and maybe not at all. It's connected to her brain now. If we cut it, it might hurt her, or worse. Zara looked down. So I'll never be safe? No, Mr. Carson said. But maybe we can fight back. He turned to a locker behind the pilot's seat. Inside were old weapons, alien ones, long, glowing rods, shields that flickered with energy, and a strange helmet that shimmered like glass. These were gifts, he said, from the people your father helped. He handed Zara the helmet. This will block the parasite signal. It won't remove it, but it will protect your thoughts. Zara placed it gently over her head. The glow in her neck slowly faded. Liam smiled. It's working, she smiled back. For now. Mr. Carson turned back to the pilot seat. We're close to the forest base. It's deep, hidden, and still outside the satellite grids. But what happens after that? Liam asked. His dad looked at him. Then, we find out why she was really sent to Earth. Zara leaned back, closing her eyes. The helmet pulsed softly, but in her dreams, a voice whispered, cold and distant. You can't hide forever. The forest was older than any city. Tall trees with twisted roots stood like silent giants. The air was cool and filled with mist. Birds didn't sing here. No animals made a sound. It was like the world itself was holding its breath. The hovercraft slowed as Mr. Carson guided it through thick vines and fog. Finally, it stopped near a moss-covered hill. Liam looked around. Where's the base? Mr. Carson smiled slightly. You're standing on it. He walked toward a patch of stone and touched a hidden panel. The ground rumbled. A circular hatch slid open silently, revealing stairs that led underground. Zara followed slowly, the helmet still covering her head. Her eyes looked tired, but she walked with purpose. Liam stayed close. They descended into a large chamber lit by soft blue lights. Old metal walls surrounded them. Strange machines hummed quietly. A round table stood in the center, glowing with a map of the stars. This place, Zara whispered. It feels familiar. Mr. Carson nodded. It should. It was built by your people. A long time ago, during the First War. Earth was a hiding place, a last hope. This base hasn't been touched in years. Zara sat down, resting her hands on the table. Liam stared at the map. What are those red dots? Ships, Mr. Carson said. Enemy ships, scanning zones. The dots show how far their reach is. Zara looked up sharply. That one, it's inside Earth's orbit. Liam felt cold. You mean, they're already here, she said. Watching, listening. Mr. Carson tapped a few buttons. They haven't found us yet. This base still hides our signal, but that won't last forever. Suddenly the lights flickered. The map shimmered. Then cracked. A deep robotic voice came through the speakers. Z-103. You carry what is ours. Return or we take it by force. Zara stood. No. The voice continued. The key must be reclaimed. The host will be absorbed. This is the law. Mr. Carson smashed the speaker. Enough! Liam looked at Zara. They're talking about the mind key, aren't they? Zara nodded slowly. I didn't ask for it. I don't even know what it opens. Mr. Carson moved to a console and unlocked a compartment. Inside was a small cube, clear, but pulsing with light. He placed it on the table. This is an ancient memory lock, he said. It only opens with a true key, a living one. Your father gave it to me before he disappeared, he said. When the stars turn red, give this to her. Zara touched the cube. It glowed brighter. Liam leaned in. What's inside? Something dangerous, Mr. Carson said. Or something powerful. Maybe both. Zara hesitated. Then she pressed her palm against the cube. Click. The cube opened. A hologram rose, shaped like a planet, then a system, then a gate. Zara's eyes widened. It's a map. Mr. Carson studied it. No, it's a door, to something beyond the known space. Suddenly, the base shook violently. Dust fell from the ceiling. Sirens blared. They found us, Liam shouted. No, Mr. Carson said, staring at the scanner. They didn't just find us, they're already inside. From the shadows, sharp clicking echoed. Red lights, movement, drones. Metal creatures dropped from the ceiling. Thin, tall, with glowing eyes. Not many. Just 3. But enough to kill. Stay. Behind me! Mr. Carson yelled. He pulled out a weapon from the wall, long, rifle-like, glowing with blue plasma. Zara grabbed Liam's hand and pulled him back. The drones moved fast. One leapt forward, claws raised. Mr. Carson fired. Boom! The first drone exploded into sparks. The second launched a net. But Zara raised her hand. A pulse of light shot out from her helmet. The net turned to ash midair. Liam's eyes widened. How did you do that? I don't know, she shouted. It just happened. Mr. Carson shot the second drone. Sparks flew. The third tried to escape. But Zara stepped forward. Her voice echoed, strange and powerful. Stop. The drone froze. And then slowly, bowed. Liam stared. It listened to you. Zara's hands were shaking. I think the key isn't just in me. I'm connected to their command. I can control them. Mr. Carson stepped back. That's why they want you so badly. You're not a weapon. You're a commander. The last drone turned and walked into the shadows. Gone. Silence returned. Zara looked at Liam. What do I do now? Liam took her hand. You lead. Smoke hung in the air. The base was quiet again, but not peaceful. Metal walls still hummed from the battle. The burned shell of a drone lay in the corner, sparking gently. Zara stood in the middle of the room, shaking slightly. The glow from the opened memory cube still flickered beside her. She hadn't just destroyed the drone. She had commanded it, and it had obeyed. Mr. Carson looked at her with both awe and concern. Zara, that wasn't defense, that was control. Zara nodded slowly. I didn't mean to, I just felt it. Like a voice in my head told me what to say, and when I said it, the machine listened. Liam stepped forward. Maybe that's what the mind key really is. You're not just holding information, you're the lock and the code. Zara glanced at her hands. Then I'm more dangerous than I thought. No, Liam said. You're more important than they ever realized. Just then, a soft beeping echoed from the console. Mr. Carson ran to it and checked the screen. His face turned pale. They're not waiting anymore, he said. A full drop fleet is entering Earth's sky. They've stopped hiding. He turned, the monitor around. The screen showed thousands of red dots slowly falling from orbit. Zara stepped back. That many. They want you at any cost, Mr. Carson said. And now they'll burn the Earth if they have to. We have to run, Liam said. Mr. Carson gave a hard nod. We can't stay here, but there's one way left. He walked to the far end of the base. A large door stood there, sealed with layers of code. He pressed his hand on the scanner. The lock clicked. Inside was a tall metal ring, covered in alien runes. Cables ran from it into the walls. The ring hummed with hidden energy. Zara's eyes widened. Is that what I think it is? Mr. Carson smiled slightly. A rift gate. It's like a wormhole, but older, stronger. It was built by your people, long ago as an emergency escape. I helped repair it years ago. I never thought we'd use it. Liam stepped closer. Where does it go? Mr. Carson looked serious. I don't know exactly, but it leads away from this star system. Far enough that even the Empire can't follow quickly. Zara frowned. So, it's a one-way trip? Mr. Carson nodded. Yes. Once we step through, there's no coming back. Liam looked at Zara. If it keeps you safe, we go. Zara hesitated. What about your father? Mr. Carson touched a small device on his wrist. I'll set the gate to overload after we pass through. It will close the rift and destroy the base. They'll find nothing but dust. Suddenly, the lights dimmed. Boom. A blast shook the wall. Mr. Carson's voice turned sharp. They're here. Liam grabbed Zara's hand. We have to go, now! The gate began to glow. A swirling blue vortex formed in the center, like a storm in space. Winds rushed from it, pulling slightly, humming with energy. Another boom, closer this time. Zara turned to Mr. Carson. You're coming too, right? He paused. I'll go last, he said. Someone has to lock the gate behind us. Zara stepped toward the portal. But then, crash. The wall exploded. A tall figure stepped through the smoke. Not a drone this time, but a living thing. A hunter. Tall, armored in black, eyes glowing red, it spoke in a voice like steel. Return the mind key or your death will be slow. Zara froze. Liam stepped in front of her. She's not going anywhere with you. The hunter raised a blade. But before it could strike, Mr. Carson fired a blue blast from behind, hitting it straight in the chest. It screamed and fell back. Run! He shouted. Both of you! Zara grabbed Liam's hand. They ran into the light. The portal swallowed them whole. The world spun, time twisted. There was no sky, no floor. Just stars and wind and voices whispering in a language Liam didn't know. Then, silence. They landed on soft ground. Zara gasped and looked up. Above them was a dark purple sky filled with 2 moons. Strange trees glowed faintly. The air smelled sweet and heavy. They were safe. For now. Liam sat up, holding his head. Where are we? Zara looked around. Somewhere. Far from Earth. She turned, but the portal behind them was closing. Wait, your dad, Liam cried. A second passed, then a final flash of light, and the rift gate vanished. Zara stood still. Tears rolled down her cheek. He stayed behind. For us. Liam gently took her hand. We'll make it worth it, he said. We'll survive. Together. Zara looked at the twin moons and whispered, Then let's start again.